Hello and welcome everyone for a very important and an exclusive conversation with somebody that we hadn't met much or heard much, but a very special person. So first of all, thank you. Thanks a lot, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, Member Executive Board, Maruti Suzuki, for taking out time for the viewers of Jagran High Tech.
Thank you, most welcome. Thank you.
At a time, sir, when everything seems to be negative and we are post-COVID era, but still the COVID virus is looming large on everybody. Not too many positive news other than the festive season numbers that are there for Maruti Suzuki that we have been hearing. But we saw some very positive steps taken by Maruti Suzuki for their workers. Would love to know the initiative that has been taken and from where the whole idea came.
See, Nankumar ji, I think the real, the sustained leadership of Maruti and the success of Maruti, the real reason behind it is the kind of culture that we develop, the kind of mutual understanding and cooperation that is there between the company and the employees that has been built over the years. इसकी वजह से क्या होता है that the employees they see a direct linkage between their personal growth and the growth of the company, and therefore they work very hard to ensure that the company keeps growing because they see that linkage to their growth. And from the company's side, to ensure that this culture is sustainable, we always share a part of the benefits of this economic growth for the overall well-being of the employees and their families, so that this culture remains sustainable in the long run. And I think right since inception, we have this philosophy. Talking about the housing project, which is the topic today, right in 1989, just few years after we started, we launched our first housing project in Chakarpur, Gurgaon. In 1994, we launched the second big housing project in Bhonsi, also in Gurgaon. And now this is the third project that we have launched. And I think all these things, because housing is one of the prime needs of any employee. And once they have a house, they have that sense of social security, and it further cements the relationship further between the company and the employee. So I think that's why we focus a lot on this very big prime need of employees. And it's their aspiration, their dream to own a home. And not only our employees, I'm sure every individual aspires in India to own a home one day. And we make it happen. We facilitate the whole process for them to make it happen. We can make their dreams come true.
So there's a big aspect, that's the financial aspect when we talk about house. Is it possible for you to share what kind of financial sharing that has been done? How much burden is being taken by the Maruti Suzuki and how much by the workers?
The point is that we already had a housing finance interest subsidy scheme available for employees, which was there for some time. But the point is that, so we have interest subsidy. We also have some upfront down payment scheme interest-free for them, without putting numbers into it. But, the prime concern or issue for any employee for buying a home, number one is they always get constrained by that little extra upfront payment that builders ask for.
Yes.
Income say you are not able to give that large sum of money. That's where we support it. The second big concern they have is attractive finance availability from banks. So we, using our clout and our name, we negotiated with banks little more attractive financial loan schemes for our employees, which was the second benefit for them. And the third benefit came out of two very affordable housing friendly schemes that the government has launched. You would have heard of the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which also gives some interest subsidy almost to the tune of 2.5 lakhs to people. And then the Haryana government has got this Deen Dayal Awas Yojana, which also gives a lot of relaxations by way of EDC charges, IDC charges. They have a lot of relaxation in the FAR or the floor area ratios. So all these things also indirectly benefits them financially. So they are for the same money, they are able to get larger built-up areas and other such things. So I think all these things put together made this whole housing scheme very affordable for them. So just coming to a few other things that we have done for them. So finance is one big concern area for employees. The second big concern, you know that real estate business of late is going through a lot of strain. We've seen many big real estate players going bankrupt. We've seen many people who have booked houses were not able to get possession because of this situation I talked about. A lot of semi-finished, unfinished houses all over NCR in thousands and lakhs. So people always have a concern whether this builder will be reliable or not reliable. So when we went for this project, we did a thorough due diligence of some of these builders who had bidded. And we ensured to pick up one which is financially strong, they are more credible and more viable. So that concern is also taken care of. What is the next concern they have? Next concern is that I hope they do a good quality job. They use the right raw material to make our house. The design is properly made. So our civil engineers have been attached to this project right from the beginning, more than 3 years now. Going through, they are checking the design itself and giving their inputs. They are checking all the raw material that is being used for this project and the quality of construction right from beginning till the end to ensure that there are no quality issues, because housing is something someone buys once in a lifetime and he would like to spend his life in that house. So therefore these things have to be ensured all through. And also, we could use our licensing with the government departments to ensure quick clearances, whether it's the environment clearances or the occupation certificates and all those things we could expedite. And so, as much of importance we gave to ramp up our production volumes post-COVID, same priority we gave to this project because this is something that employees need. So that's the kind of priority we give to these kind of welfare measures for employees.
That's wonderful. So that leads to my next question, but before I get to the ramp up production numbers, I would love to know how many actually people benefited from this particular housing scheme, and is there a phase 4 in the pipeline?
In this particular housing scheme, about 360 employees had opted for this, and now we are looking for other options because every locality does not suit all the individuals. So this is an area which suited a certain lot of people, but now we are exploring other options along with the unions, what could be the next project and where it should be. So we are continuously looking at the next project definitely. Until and unless every employee has their own house, we will continue to look for options.
Wow, that's a super positive news for all the Maruti Suzuki employees. And especially for even other manufacturers, they can take a cue from the leader themselves and how to get positive things out of even a negative sentiments that are there, right now all around the manufacturing sector. Coming back to the most important thing, as you were talking about ramping up the production. So, what is the status right now, and is it better than the pre-COVID era, or we are able to match the demand?
I think let's leave the numbers for the time being. I think the most important aspect post-lockdown, when we restarted, was to give a sense of confidence to our employees that we care for them. We don't want this disease to spread amongst our employees in any way. So the kind of SOPs and the adherence to SOPs, we came out with very unique initiatives for social distancing and other such things, because in shop floor it sometimes becomes a little difficult, but we came out with very unique solutions to this problem. And we also, before we restarted, we got a group of our employees and some union members to visit the shop floor, see for themselves what are the kind of initiatives we have taken, so that when our employees start coming for work, they feel confident. They feel a sense of confidence, yes, nothing will happen and the company is looking after us. So I think that is the most important aspect in this whole process of post-COVID and ramping up and restart of production that we focused a lot on. And in fact, there was no lockdown for some of the senior people like us, because we used to visit and ensure that these kind of SOPs and all those measures are implemented properly so that then employees can come and work safely in our shop floors. Coming to your direct question of numbers and what are the volumes, I will not probably be able to give a very direct answer, but I can assure you that we have reached pre-COVID levels of production already. So that's a very good turnaround, I would say. So fast we've reached the pre-COVID levels. We are very hopeful. Unfortunately, things are not very predictable at this point of time. You keep hearing of bad news here and there. Now we hear of a new mutant strain of this COVID, and we again have a lot of restrictions on travel, and so there could be some global supply chain disruptions again coming up in the future. We don't know. So things are very unpredictable for us to really give a very long-term forecast, but we are happy to say that we are at least there at the pre-COVID levels.
सर, क्योंकि कोविड की बात हो रही है, ये साल बहुत ही खास रहा है. बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो मैन्युफैक्चरर्स ने भी सीखी हैं, डीलर्स ने भी सीखी हैं, किस तरह से चीजों को स्ट्रीमलाइन करना है और किस तरह से आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. अगर 2020 की पोस्ट कोविड कोई सबसे बड़ी चीज हो, सबसे बड़ी लर्निंग आप क्या मानेंगे फ्रॉम द प्लांट साइड?
I think one thing very important is that we need to be a little more flexible going forward. We need to ensure less dependence on some of the imports that we do, and see how we are able to localize more and more, because there were very serious supply chain disruptions we had to cope with in the beginning when we restarted. So as much as dependence or self-dependence, or what Prime Minister talks about Atmanirbharta, as much as possible we can do, I think it will be good in the long run, because the world is becoming more and more dynamic, and we should learn from that.
Fantastic. Sir, on this note, from the whole team of Jagran Hi-Tech, I wish everybody a very, very happy New Year, a prosperous 2021, and thank you for the whole team to the kind of resilience and the positive side being shown in this whole 2020. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Nankumar. Thank you. It was a pleasure interacting with you. Thanks so much.